Yes! It keeps working. Energy healing is amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Super grateful. Well, usually it takes a minute for people to start logging on. So it's almost like, do I start the intro now? Do I start it in 30 seconds? Do I start it in 60 seconds? Do I start at 90 seconds? Where does this actually fit? Anyways, let's start it now. Namaste, guys. Christian R. Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Monday evening. Dun, 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 dun. Today's Cyber Monday for all of you awesome people, and I just found out that Amazon is actually doing Cyber Monday for an entire week. So I don't know really how that's Cyber Monday. So Black Friday turned into the weekend, turned into Cyber Monday, turned into an extra week. So that's pretty sweet. But I want to jump on real quick. For those of you who do not know, we talk about 3 major topics on these live streams pretty much every evening. We talk about energy healing, meditation, and practical spirituality to improve each and every area of our life. And then for anyone who's looking to improve the quality of their life, they're more than welcome to go to christianrlong.com/services to find the service that's appropriate for you, for coaching, for energy healing, and to move your life forward. So one of the longtime listeners of these live streams had a request about talking about love and how do we become more sensitive and how do we experience more love and how do we work on the particular virtue of loving kindness and non-injury. So for those of you who do not know, for the past 13 years I've been a professional energy healer under the modality called Pranic Healing. Pranic Healing, which was founded by Grandmaster Chola Koksui, as well as he did Arhatic Yoga about 25, almost 30 years ago. So I've been practicing this professionally for 13 years. It's my life's work. It's my life's purpose to spread the work and teachings of my teacher, Grandmaster Chola Koksui. And there's something that at the end of almost every class in Pranic Healing, we talk about the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We talk about the 5 major virtues. And the virtue that we are always bringing to people's awareness is the virtue of loving kindness and non-injury. Loving kindness and non-injury. Which the interesting thing about the virtues is you have the yang side of the virtue and you have the yin side of the virtue. So the yang is the doing. It's going out and making it happen. The yin side of the virtue, hey Sarah, Namaste. The yin side of the virtue is not doing something. So loving kindness is the yang, it's the doing, it's the action, and non-injury is the not doing, the inaction, not causing injury to somebody else. Now, the beautiful thing about the virtues is you can literally spend the rest of your incarnation mastering one of the virtues. So, loving kindness and non-injury, think about it. You're like, all right, loving kindness and non-injury, what does that mean? Does that mean like having good feelings about a friend or a family member or a coworker or something? That's one level of the virtue. There's many levels that you can practice the virtue in. So for instance, you have this spiritual version of loving kindness and non-injury. So in the Twin Hearts meditation that we do on Tuesday nights and Sunday afternoons, it is a meditation designed to bless Mother Earth and all sentient beings. So when you raise your hands in a blessing position or blessing mudra and you're projecting spiritual energy to Mother Earth, that is a form of loving kindness in spirituality. But what about mentally? Mentally is having good, loving, kind thoughts projected at another person. So instead of criticizing, instead of judging, instead of throwing the person under the bus energetically, you're sending or projecting kind, loving thoughts to them. Well, what about emotionally? Well, emotional would be having good, loving feelings about the other person. So you can have a good, loving thought about the other person, but doesn't necessarily mean, hey, Meanie, Namaste. It doesn't necessarily mean you have good, loving feelings about the other person. What's another function of loving kindness? Well, physical. So physical loving kindness would be hugging someone, embracing somebody, kissing somebody, making love to somebody, obviously your partner. It'd also be in the form of giving resources, so giving money, giving time, giving your expertise. That would be more mental loving kindness. So do you see that the virtue of loving kindness, non-injury is not just a simple thing of like, yeah, I get it, don't injure people. That's only one portion and one level of truth of that virtue. And then the non-injury portion of loving kindness and non-injury would be not having negative thoughts, criticizing thoughts, mean thoughts, not having negative feelings about the other person, not doing negative actions causing physical injury, physical harm, physical pain, physical suffering, right? So you see how it's really, really broad. So again, you could spend the rest of your life mastering the virtue of loving kindness, non-injury. So the person sent me a message earlier this evening saying, can we talk about sensitivity and what is love? So a lot of people are so caught up in their throat and ajna chakras, their throat and ajna chakras. Our educational system, meaning the Western model of education, is so focused on rote, on memorization, on knowing something. So the chakra that deals with knowing is the throat chakra, knowing, knowledge. The ajna chakra deals with understanding. So to broaden it up a little bit, abstract thinking, concrete thinking. So imagine you have a plot of land in front of you. The ajna chakra says, let's buy this plot of land and put something on it. The throat chakra says, what are we going to put on it? Are we going to put a high rise? Are we going to put a farm? Are we going to put a train station? And then breaking down all of those details. So the ajna has the big picture thinking, the 30,000 foot view. The throat chakra breaks it down, steps it down to its details. Now, that's our traditional Western education. It's memorize the 50 states, memorize the capitals, memorize the multiplication tables, and then you get into a little bit more forehead chakra when you start learning about calculus. But pretty much most of our Western education focuses on throat and ajna energies versus heart and crown energies. So, is it any wonder why we're not tapped into our emotions? And when we are tapped into our emotions, it's not from the heart chakra, it's more so from the solar plexus. The solar plexus has lower negative emotions and lower positive emotions. So, a big portion of why we don't feel a lot of inner peace, sweetness, tenderness, deep joy in our lives is because we have not effectively activated the heart chakra. So, if the heart chakra is very small, energetically speaking, and the solar, what's up, Ernestus? And the solar plexus chakra is very big energetically, we do not, I repeat, we do not have inner peace. So, obviously, I don't know about you guys, but I'm all about having inner peace. That's why I've dedicated the past 18 years of my life to having a meditation practice in the hopes of developing inner peace. And as I have inner peace, those around me get to share in that inner peace, and then they affect those around them, and they share in those inner peace. So that's how we have world peace. World peace doesn't start with the world. World peace starts with the individual. So if you can get really good at practicing activating your heart chakra, and there's many, many ways to do that. If you can get good at practicing activating your heart chakra, you become more sensitive, more aware of the suffering of those around you. And then you have the impetus, the urge, the calling to help alleviate the person's sorrow and suffering. I remember many pranic healers and Arhatic yogis over the years have told me, shared with me personal stories that before getting into pranic healing and Arhatic yoga, when they would walk by a homeless person, they wouldn't think anything of it. They wouldn't think about reaching into the wallet to getting money. They wouldn't think about getting any gum for the person or water or snacks. It wasn't even in their awareness or consciousness. But as they practice pranic healing and Arhatic yoga over a period of a couple years, the heart chakra becomes more and more activated, bigger and bigger and bigger. So their compassion and their connection to other people expands. So it's like, I have now develop the sensitivity to be aware of the suffering of another person, that person's suffering has now become my suffering. And so if I alleviate that person's suffering, I will also be alleviating my suffering. You guys get that? So it's the principle of oneness, or karma. Without the principle of oneness, there is no karma. But that's a conversation for another stream. So that's kind of the thing to be aware of, is as you develop into a more sensitive person, you're able to tap into greater experiences of love, greater experiences of joy, greater experiences of sweetness, greater experiences of tenderness, greater experiences of compassion, right? Which is so beautiful. And it's like, it's such a beautiful opportunity to actively, on demand, tap into those energies. Because yoga is about oneness with God and oneness with all. It's not about having to change your external world in order to have inner peace, happiness, and joy. It's about cultivating, generating inner peace, happiness, and joy from within. So, Minnie says, "Sir, if I expect from my partner and gets hurt, what should I do?" Good, we'll cover that. Ernesta says, "I don't have much, but it's very hard for me not to give something to the homeless and those in need." So Ernesta is that's a function of the heart chakra. You've heard the expression, giving the shirt off of my back, right? That person would give you the shirt off of his back. That's a function of the heart chakra. The heart chakra gives unconditionally. So Minnie's asking, if I expect something from my partner and it gets hurt, what should I do? You're going to have to clarify the question a little bit more so I don't go down the wrong direction. But in essence, unconditional love is loving the other person without condition. Now, how many of us can say that we love our significant other without condition? Not many. In fact, I listen to a new playlist on YouTube because, for those of you who know, I'm always looking for good music, usually chill music, relaxing music, a little bit of hip hop here and there. So if you guys have any recommendations, definitely private message me those. But I noticed a lot of the songs that are pop culture songs are not about unconditional love, are not about necessarily sweetness and tenderness and joy. A lot of it is about codependency, lower solar plexus energy, about manipulation, about longing, about angst, about negative feelings. And as I understand it from my own life experience, love, true love, doesn't have any of those qualities. True love is all-encompassing, all-inclusive, it's expansive, it's healing. Love is extremely, extremely, extremely healing. Have you ever noticed when somebody is broken down, like they're hysterical, they're crying hysterically, they can't get a hold of their emotional body, what happens when a person embraces them? The person embraces them, and then they start to tap on their what? What do they tap on? They tap on the back heart chakra in between the scapula. Now, this is an intuitive thing that we as human beings do to support and care for one another. And as you're tapping that person on the back heart chakra, what's happening? You're gradually activating the person's heart. As the heart becomes more and more activated, the solar plexus, which is holding on to those negative lower emotions, dumps. It releases the congestion, and then the person feels what? They feel cared for. They feel lighter. They feel more happy, more joyful, more inner peace. So very, very important to recognize that love is deeply healing. So the more one loves oneself, the more you love yourself, the more you can heal yourself, the faster you can heal yourself, and the better you can be an instrument of goodwill and the will to do good for other people. But if you have a really small heart, you don't feel a lot of love for yourself, how can you expect to have a lot of love for other people? So this is a gigantic topic that there's no way in a few minutes we're going to be able to cover it thoroughly and to give its necessary justice. But that being said, the Twin Hearts meditation, which I've been practicing regularly for 13 years, is an excellent tool to help activate the heart chakra, which we don't get in our Western society, educational system, and to activate the crown chakra. So we have human love, love for those closest to us, love for our friends and our family members, and then we have love of God and love of all sentient beings. But here's the interesting thing about developing spiritually and awakening the crown. If you cannot sufficiently activate your heart center, how can you expect to sufficiently activate the crown, right? Because if you can't love those closest to you that you can physically see with your eyes on a day-to-day basis, how can you expect to love an omnipresent, omniprovident, omniscient being and all sentient beings that you cannot see? How can you expect to love something that you cannot see if you can't love the very things closest to you that you can see on a daily basis, right? So to sufficiently activate the crown center, love of God and all sentient beings, you must first sufficiently activate the heart chakra. And that's what the Twin Hearts meditation helps with. So that's what we do Tuesday nights from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time. It's on my Facebook page. You can see it there. And then we do it Sundays at 10 o'clock a.m. Mountain Time. So one time in the evening, one time in the afternoon. Making it easy, making it peasy peasy. So I hope that gives you guys a little bit more understanding of love, the importance of love, the healing factor of love. You can transform people with love. Transform them. And probably that's why a lot of people don't have transformation in their lives or the lives of those that they know, because there's an element of love missing. There's an element of love missing. So, you guys up for a little experiment? Let's try it. Let's see if we can help activate the love aspect within you. So if you just want to sit comfortable, relaxed, upright, not slouched, but sitting upright, shoulders back, spine straight. And I just want you to simply be aware of the front of your heart. So you have your nipples, in between your nipples and the center of your chest is where your heart chakra is located. I simply want you to be aware of your heart, and I want you to think of a happy event. It could be something that happened yesterday. It could be something that happened 10 years ago. It can be real. It can be imaginary. Just gently close your eyes and be aware of a happy event. Something that makes you smile. And what I mean by something that makes you smile, it's where the corners of your mouth go up like this. You should be having your eyes closed. What are you looking? And simply be aware of your heart and be aware of that happy event. Be aware of your heart and be aware of a happy event. Smile. By smiling, you gently activate the heart chakra. Are you beginning to notice something? Do you feel something? Smile. It's okay. Nobody's looking at you. It's just you on the live stream. Good. Now, to continue with our experiment, you guys will love this. I want you to shake out your hands like this. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake. Open your hands, close them, open, close, really tight. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Come on, if you're not doing it, I know you can do it. This is going to be awesome feedback for you. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Okay? Now, I want you to have your hands about a foot, maybe a foot and a half from your chest, right? And I want you to see if you can feel a pressure around your heart center. So here's your heart, chakra, and I want you to move your hands in until you feel pressure. It doesn't have to be strong pressure like a brick wall, but just a difference in energy, a difference in warmth, temperature, some difference from here to moving into your body. And when you have that difference, just keep your hands there, okay? Now, let's go back to the happy event, right? The happy event that was making you smile, that is real or imaginary, that happened yesterday or 10 years ago, whatever the happy event is. And I want you to be aware of it, and I want you to make it more vivid. Really go into the feeling of that happy event. Really distinguish the different kinds of joy, sweetness, tenderness you were experiencing in that happy event. What were the sights? What were the sounds? What were the smells? Good. What are you beginning to notice with your hands? Are your hands moving closer to your body, or are your hands moving further from your body? What do you notice? Do you feel a pressure? Good. Gently open your eyes. Please give me some feedback below. What did you notice? What did you notice as you continue to tap deeper into your heart, deeper into that happy event, being aware of your heart? What happened to your hands? Did they move closer to your body, or did they move further from your body? Okay? And we have one more little experiment to do before we end tonight's stream. I know there's always a delay. Emotionally, namaste, Jason. What's up, Leanne? Just joined, miss what you're doing. I'll watch it later. Awesome. Leanne, you keep missing, girl. Namaste, Deepa. Bigger, bigger. So Minnie says bigger. What other feedback? What other feedback? There's plenty of you guys on. Who's not giving feedback? Also, here's an interesting thing. Heart energy, loving pink energy is magnetizing. It brings people to you. It brings favorable situations to you versus away from you. So Terry says, hands got warm and tingly and widened. Beautiful. Very, very beautiful description. Yes. Yes. Anyone else? Any other comments? Any other feedback about this experiment? As you had your hands here, you felt the outer periphery of the heart chakra, and then as you become aware of that happy event, what happened to your hands? Did they move out from your body, or did they move closer to your body? Okay? Love is magnetizing. Love is magnetizing. So, while you guys are still putting in your comments, anyone who would like to experience deeper levels of love, deeper levels of sweetness, of tenderness, of joy, and profound emotional healing and transformation, definitely go to christianrlong.com/services. Find the service that's appropriate for you, and I would love to work with you and help you make those shifts super fast. Okay? And perfect. All right, so our last experiment for the evening. Have your palms open in your lap, legs open, palms open, arms open, right? Not like that. And just be aware. I know, right? I'm a slacker. We're going to do this experiment, okay? No promises, just an experiment. You guys tell me what you notice. Just be receptive. You don't have to do anything. Just be receptive. with the blessings of God, the blessings of my teacher, Grandmaster Choa Koksui. May each and every one of you be blessed with love, sweetness, tenderness, and joy. May you be blessed with divine bliss, with healing energies. May you be healed of your past. May any and all stress energies be properly and rapidly removed from your systems, especially your front and back solar plexus chakras, and be absorbed by the divine light now. So be it. In their holy names, so be it. So be it. So be it. May you be blessed. May you be healed without exception. Slowly come back into your bodies. Move your hands, your fingers, your feet, your toes. Mentally or privately give thanks to God and to the great ones for the blessings. How was that? I would love feedback from the group. Any comments, any feedback, all is appropriate. Sharon says, I was visualizing when my cousin held my first newborn son. Was warm. I was lovingly smiling. At first, my hands reached out to her. Then a warm sensation. I felt my hands coming. So you guys are noticing that there's a warm sensation coming from your hands. What's actually happening, now that we have enough feedback, the heart chakra, which is warm, which is loving, is radiating this pink golden energy outward. So what you're feeling, that warm tingling sensation, is the pulsation of your heart chakra hitting your palm chakra. That's what you're feeling. So have you noticed when somebody is very loving, you consider them very warm. You don't consider them very cold when they're loving. So if we can be in that space, yes, even I could feel it. Good job, Deepa. Awesome. Your sensitivity is improving. Blessings of God. So as we become more aware of our heart energy, as we become more of radiating sweetness and tenderness and joy to other people, we're permeating them with love. We're permeating them with sweetness and joy. We're healing them. Even on a subconscious energetic level, we're healing them, right? So that goes back to the 5 virtues that Master Choa talks about, the most important one being loving kindness and non-injury. So as you radiate love, you're doing mental loving kindness and emotional loving kindness. It's beautiful. Again, love energy is healing. Super, super, super healing. I'm proud of you guys. So, that was our stream for this evening. Are there any questions or comments before we go? About to have dinner, pasta night. And thank you guys for sharing your energies. Thank you for allowing me to do my work and my purpose on this planet about basically spreading energy healing, meditation, and practical spirituality to improve the quality of our lives in all areas. Physical well-being, emotional well-being, our relationships, our finances, our spiritual growth and development, our clarity and our life's purpose. It's an honor to share these teachings with you. And by the way, all these teachings come from Grandmaster Choa Koksui, the founder of modern Pranic Healing and Arhatic Yoga, my teacher. That does not come from me. I'm simply the little mouthpiece of the teacher. So I really enjoy sharing this work with you guys. Another couple seconds. There's always the delay. I don't know about you guys, but I'm blissed out. Feeling really, really good. I hope you guys are feeling really good as well. Oh. Okay, so Minnie says, sir, there was a bit pain in the back in the solar plexus. So Minnie, for those of you who do not know, there's chakras or energy centers located all over the body. So Minnie is saying there was pain in her solar plexus, but I don't know which solar plexus. We have our front solar plexus chakra right below the breastbone, and then we have the back solar plexus chakra that if you're a woman, right where your bra strap is, that's typically the location of the back solar plexus chakra. So, as we mentioned earlier, as the heart chakra expands and gets bigger, the solar plexus dumps or releases congestion. Okay, so the front solar plexus chakra. Good, right? So as the heart expands, higher vibrational emotions, it releases the lower negative emotions. So that pain that you might have been experiencing could be the congested energy coming out of the solar plexus. So let's do another experiment. Let's scan or feel the energy. Yeah. Let's do a mini distant healing. So this body is in Denver, Colorado, and Minnie is in India. So let's see if we can do a quick healing on her to remove the disease congested energies from the front solar plexus chakra. Now you might be saying, Christian, how is it possible that you're in Denver and she's in India and you're able to affect a physical pain? Because the energy body is the blueprint for all the other bodies. And if you change the blueprint, you can change the physical body. This is the principle of oneness, of interconnectedness, and this is how we're able to do distant healings. Nathan, all right, awesome, I love it. So what am I doing? I'm sweeping or removing congested energy from her front solar plexus chakra and flicking it out the window. I'm not flicking it in my apartment. My spray's over there. My body's too lazy to get up and grab it. So Minnie, how is your front solar plexus chakra doing? David Cruz. David, thanks for liking the earlier post. When sweeping and you flick, what are you visualizing or intending when flicking and removing the dirty energy? Interested on how this is done without the salt bucket bin. Excellent. Now, David is asking a higher level question, and I'm not trying to be secretive. I'm recommending that you attend basic level 1 pranic healing, because in that class, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, you get the foundation. So I'll do my best to answer it without confusing anybody. You feel better, Meanie? Excellent. So, pranic healing is about intention. So, I, as the pranic healer, have the intention of feeling Minnie's front solar plexus chakra, and I'm intending to feel stress energy. So I say stress energy, this is mental, I'm saying this not verbally. I say stress energy of Minnie's front solar plexus chakra, and it tells me how compact, how dense the energy is by how it feels. So it's like, wow, there's not a lot of stress energy, or wow, there's a lot of stress energy. So I'm intending to remove the disease congested stress energies from her front solar plexus chakra. Now, David is correct. In pranic healing, we have a bowl of water with salt in it, and then the congested energy we take off of the patient. We don't throw it on the floor. We don't throw it up into the sky hoping that an angel will grab it. We throw it into the salt water, and then we dispose of the salt water like a bedpan, right? We pour it down the toilet. We don't use that bowl to eat from. So my bowl of salt water is over here, my spray is over here, just got too lazy to get up and do it. But doing this for 13 years, you get a sense of, oh, that's good. You get a sense of how congested your hand is before you need to spray. So you guys saw me cleaning it, flicking it out the window, so it's into the atmosphere where it can get recycled, if you will. And then you saw me clap my hand, and the clapping of my hand breaks up the disease congested energies. Does it make sense? So excellent question from David. So we're intending on feeling the energy we want to feel. So I've had people in Pranic Healing come to me for healing sessions, and they say, I don't know what's wrong with me, figure it out. Now, that's going to take longer because you have to scan the chakras, the aura, the organs, and that takes a long time to figure it out. It's like a diagnosis. You're very welcome, David. Not a diagnosis, an energetic diagnosis, not a medical diagnosis. So we're energetically scanning or feeling the person's energy, but if the person says, I'm having lower back pain, instead of scanning all over the body, we go, aha, lower back pain, these chakras in this area. Or a migraine headache, these chakras in this area. So it makes it faster. So it's always better if somebody has a diagnosis from a general practitioner or psychotherapist or psychiatrist, and then based on the diagnosis, we look in the Pranic Healing manuals, we find the appropriate protocol, and then we do the healing based on that. I hope that makes sense. Again, this is all taught level 1 Pranic Healing class, and then Pranic Healing is practiced in over 90 countries around the world, and pretty much every 2 months, somewhere in the world in your surrounding cities, you can find a basic level 1 Pranic Healing class, which I would highly recommend. I took mine in March of 2004, and I've been doing it ever since. Super, super awesome. All right, guys. That seems to be it. Minnie is now stress-free. Her solar plexus chakra is super clean and super balanced. Her heart is super expanded properly and rapidly now. She's flooded and filled with so much inner peace, happiness, and joy. So be it, so be it, so be it. The blessings of God and the great ones. So be it, so be it, so be it. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and catch us tomorrow. This is Christian Arlong, Life Enhancement Consultant, wishing you a big and beautiful Monday night, week, and life. Atma, namaste. Bye-bye.